Dave Joe once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by someone we know very well, Shabaz, the Maverick Masoud. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a while. Literally, the last time, I mean, we've sent each other a few WhatsApps and texts since post the fight. But the last time anyone saw you in action was against Jack Bateson last year. I
Yeah.
mean, what a fantastic win. For me personally as well, it was great to see, and I said this to Jack this week as well when I spoke to him, but it's great
Yeah.
to see two guys unbeaten put their O's on the line and best of all, shake hands afterwards with no needle and
Oh,
both top
man.
lads. It was great.
No, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Getting in there and the best man comes out, shake hands, and you crack on with it. You know what I mean? Uh, there's a bit of needle before, but there's boxing for you, that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just boxing, isn't it? I mean, after that fantastic win, you haven't fought since. I mean, I wouldn't say it's disappointing because obviously you'd fight every single month if you could, to be fair.
Yeah,
You would.
I'm a gym rat. I literally live in the gym. Anyone knows me, but I've had a few little things like I've had to sort out and stuff, and then I went pilgrimage as well. I went Saudi Arabia.
I saw that,
I went,
yeah.
I went pilgrimage as well, and yeah, I'm just waiting. Should have some good news for people real soon.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, you can't say what that is on camera, but we have spoke off camera and all I can say, guys, is it's going to be very good news, and Shabazz will talk to you about that once it's official. Sound really elusive here and so on and so forth, but we're all looking forward to it. I mean, the domestic scene has missed you, and I think it's missed. I wouldn't even say I think, but it has missed Jack as well because after such a big fight, you'd think that people would.
Moving forward,
Yeah,
moving forward.
because were you not lined up for the British
I'm
eliminator as well, the English?
lined up for that, but in the world ranking, I'm sitting at number three with the WBA,
Oh
and
wow, yeah,
so to me, I'm like I feel like my level and even my performances, like they've shown, like I'm past domestic level, and I said it before last fight. I was saying I'm past this level. I know how good I am. You know what I mean? I've been in that gym, been grafting. My team knows. We believe, and I said it to everyone before. I go,
mm.
they can have this many fights or be top amateurs or whatever, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty, like when I get in there, I show everyone who the man is.
Yeah. I mean, look, when I spoke to Ben Davison after the fight, he he wasn't. I'd say, I mean, you train with Ben, you know Ben perfectly, right? You live with him as well sometimes, and he doesn't give too much away to the media. But one thing he did say was he's like Shabazz is fringe world level, and what he means by that is at the time, reading in between the lines, it was a case of right, he's almost there to be the elite of the elite, right? So that was really good in terms of him giving you that
Like,
message.
we were just speaking about. Hello.
Yep, lost you there for a second. You were saying we were just speaking.
I was saying we were just speaking about like not fighting since November. I just need a little bit more activity, the right fights, and I know I'll be bringing a world title back to UK.
Yeah, and is the sight still set on defending one of the titles in Stoke? What was the hall you mentioned? Was it the King's Hall or what was it called? You said there's a massive arena over in Stoke.
No, they need a bigger arena, man. They need a bigger arena. The way I'm expecting to come back here with a world title one day, they're gonna need a bigger arena than that.
Yeah, it's going to be like absolutely massive. You brought a big crowd with you to Sheffield that night as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
and when
There's
you
a
went,
there's a good 600-700 people there. It was good, man.
yeah,
It was really
especially up
good.
the road, especially up the road. When you look at like the if we just focus on the domestic scene for a second, you beat Jack Bateson in very convincing fashion in what was dubbed a 50-50 fight. You're clearly now going to be looking at the world sort of level. You're ranked number three by the WBA. Um, it's fair to say that the king of the, because you're still fighting at super bantam, aren't you, as well?
Yep.
Yep. So super bantamweight. it's fair to say that the one of the people that's quite, should we just say, heavily invested in that division is Anui, isn't he?
You
Um,
knew it. Yeah. He's moving up.
yeah,
He's moving up. I think he's fighting Fulton, and then he's and the new champion who's just become champion, Taples as well. He just beat Akhmadaliev. So there's a lot of good fighters, but genuinely, like I said to you, a little bit more experience. And guess what? Like, stick me in with everyone. I'm ready. I feel ready.
I mean, to be ranked so highly already in less than 20 fights, that's very impressive, Shabazz. That is very impressive. I mean, when I first saw you train, like back in the day when it was up in Stoke and Derby, sometimes you get a good vibe. Like, do you know what? This guy's going to go somewhere. What kind of stuff has Ben added to your game now? And because you train with people like Chris Congo and people like that as well. So what kind of
Yeah.
stuff have they added? And also, let's not forget as well, Josh Taylor. So, uh,
Yeah. To
uh,
be honest with you, being around that environment, it's uh, it's been amazing, especially being around our coaches, Ben Davison, Lee Wiley, Barry Smith. But being around the gym all the time, everything is a learning day. Like, I've never been in the gym and not learned anything. Like, we're always just trying to improve, improve, improve. Like, straight after that fight, it was a beautiful performance. I said to everyone what I was gonna do. I made it one sided, and guess what? Got back to the gym, and guess what? The things that I could have done better, started working on them, and we just ready for the next one.
yeah, and on that night as well, you won the Ali Tazim Trophy as well, which meant so much to you, your dad as well. He was so elated, like
Yeah,
showing off the trophy in the changing room. To be fair, like afterwards, he's like, "Oh, come and check this out," and it was such a proud moment because you knew Ali as well and what
was
that.
because he was like he was all he was always really well. I was all like winning the first Ali Tazim trophy as well. Like, it was a good thing for me because I was there at his funeral. I speak to his dad sometimes, like here and there as well, and I wanted to win it for him as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a monumentous sort of night. Your stable well, both of them are going to be fighting very, very soon. So, well, first of all, before we go into sort of predictions on the night, are you going to be there in Manchester, and are you
Yeah,
catching
yeah.
the plane to
I,
Madison Square Garden?
nah, I'll be there with Lee Wood.
Okay, well, make sure you come and see us. But how do you? I mean, were you there that night in Nottingham when it all?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. What did you think? Because it was a strange one, wasn't it? In the end, people were
I
saying,
thought
yeah.
honestly, I thought Lee was winning the fight. I thought he had a good game plan, the way things were going, and if boxing just got caught with a stupid shot, but it's one of them. I feel like Ben made the right decision at that time, and he lived to fight for another day. You know what I mean? And he's got the rematch. He needs to just iron out a couple little things, and I reckon he's going to do it in the rematch.
Yeah, because people forget as well, like Lee Wood can bang as well. To be fair, I mean, um,
And oh,
yeah, I mean, what did Ben Davison say? He said he told me when it was the first fight against Conlon, he said Lee Wood has got freakish power. Um,
very strong, man, very strong.
yeah, absolutely strong. So how's Lee been anyway in training? Has he been like fully switched on for this one and a bit of anger?
He's always very dedicated, so that's not an issue for him. He's always switched on like the way he is, but I think he's got that bit more, that bit more like it's after this one because obviously the way I genuinely think Lee would go in, and I think potentially knocks him out late on.
Yeah, that'll be good because then he avenges the loss. And Josh Taylor as well, Teofimo Lopez,
Yeah,
massive
yeah,
fight,
big
huge.
fight.
Yeah, big. I mean, this is like,
I spoke to Josh. I FaceTimed him, and he trained Liverpool now. So, but I always keep in contact with him because he's one of my good friends, and I spoke to him. Listen, this fight, get in there and do your thing, man. And he's more than up for it, man. Ready, and he's been. I spoke to him as well a while ago, and he tells me some good things, man. He's proper ready, like.
Yeah, because if we're being honest, I mean that fight he had with Catrall, beginning of 2022, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
the best Josh Taylor. It was a very good Jack Catrall, um, and who knows, they could probably revisit that again if and
No,
when
100
Jack Catrall gets titles.
is, and even Cutchell, I watched him, and I
Yeah,
think he's very, very good fighter as well.
yeah, it'll be an interesting one. I mean, going on to yourself then. So hopefully you fight soon. Um,
Hopefully, yeah, should be hopefully looking at towards summertime. That's what I'm looking at. I'm in the gym anyway. Like I said to you before, I've always said it on your interviews. I've always said to you, I'm a gym rat. Like I'm always in the gym. There's something to be worked on. There's something to get better. But Ramadan, I was home for Ramadan for 4 weeks, so I'm back in the gym now, and you ain't gonna see me out that gym until next Ramadan.
No, that makes sense. I mean, do you look at people like is Dennis McCann in your division as well?
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, yeah.
Now, so that's an interesting fight as well because um, honestly speaking, I think that will be a fantastic fight between you guys because he's highly sort of rated, you're highly rated. But for yourself now, is the domestic scene sort of done now, Shabazz? Is it just world and
I'm
Europe
gonna
you want to go for?
to be honest with you, the way my ranking is and everything, and the way my team are planning, like I'm looking at people ahead of me. I ain't looking at nobody behind.
Yeah,
Like,
so you don't want to even
look,
bother with the domestic scene now.
like if anything, I mean, I said and these fights are gonna be there. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, because I suppose as well, it's like high risk. Sorry, the risk and the reward factor has to be right, doesn't it? Because if someone hasn't got the accolades and you're massively ahead in the world ranking, why would you risk it?
Not bothered about no risk, and obviously I want reward. That's what I'm in it for. But I want to chase the guys ahead of me. You know what I mean? I don't need to go look at people behind me.
Yeah, but that's the point though, isn't it? Like if you're highly ranked, potentially, why would you just focus on the domestic scene having loads of grudge matches? It just wouldn't do you any favors, I suppose.
They're gonna come anyway. They're gonna come eventually with time.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Uh, just before we wrap things up, though, now your interview is actually going to go up next week on the Monday, so it's going to be a
Oh,
nice bank holiday. However, I still need to get your prediction on Canelo versus John
do
Ryder. So,
you know what?
yeah,
I could see a Canelo. Uh, I could see a Canelo point. But John Ryder is very tough. You know what? I would love. I've met John Ryder. I've spoke to him. Like he's such a nice guy. I would love for him to. I think he has got the chance to win. You know what I mean? Anyone could beat anyone on the night. But I'm going to Mexico. The way Canelo fought, he's going to step his game up for this one. But it's going to be an interesting one. Let's see who gets the tactics right.
yeah, I have gone for like you. Everybody wants John Ryder to win because he's such a nice guy and he's
Hey,
British.
what
Yeah, well, this is it. This is what they want, but it's going to be a tough night, isn't it, Shabazz?
no, 100%, 100%. But it'd be one of the best victories ever from a Brit. Anyway, to go to Mexico and go beat Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah,
But he's got a shot, man. He's worked for it, and he's got all them years of sacrifice, and he's just got to go for it.
absolutely. One quick question as well. Do you play PlayStation games? This is going somewhere, by the way.
I don't. I play FIFA here and there. I don't really play PlayStation like that, but play FIFA, play COD sometimes. Like I don't really play all the time. Just when I'm bored.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. So Undisputed, the game's coming out on
Okay.
PS5, Xbox, the new boxing game. Are you featured in that game? Because I've got quite a few people.
No,
That's a shame. I thought, oh, okay, because they've got loads of people domestically, world, everyone from Canelo Alvarez all the way down to like domestic level as well. I thought you would have been featured in that. No,
no, I didn't get lucky enough. But
this time they'll surely put you in for the next one, I suppose.
listen, being in these games don't mean nothing to me. As long as I win a world title, that's all I care about. Like being in these games, what does that matter?
Well,
That,
exactly.
that,
Yeah.
that the family.
To will come, and I'll predict that here and now, Shabaz
Yeah,
Masoud will win a world title,
no,
100%. Because not just because I know you, I honestly think that you've got the vision. It's going to happen. Good things are coming for you as well.
no,
Um,
100.
100%. But look, Shabazz, listen, look, you have a great day. Let's catch up soon.
I definitely catch up soon. I think dog's going a bit crazy in the garden. He wants to go for a walk.
Listen, look, Shabazz, you go for it, and we'll catch up soon. More than likely, I'll catch up with you in person on the Lee Wood fight.
Nice one. I'll see you there, yeah, brother.
All
Thank you.
right, take care. Thanks for your time today.
Nice one.